Thanks for joining me. I am Jeanette McLeod, and I am a Platinum with Young Living. I have been doing Young Living for 3 years, and I hope that I can bring you some useful tidbits and tips to help build your Young Living business. So tonight, what I want to talk about specifically, because we are the canvas that I kind of top of the umbrella of is the royal family. And we have recently put out a manual, and there's some really great tools in there that you can use. And so I'm going to talk about that today. So there are two particular things in the manual that I want to talk about. The manual can come as a PDF, and it can also come as a hard copy. But what I really want to talk about is the content. So the first thing that I want to bring up, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen for everybody to see, is in the manual, we have a section called Getting Started. So when you're getting started, the very first thing that's important to do is a prospectus of some kind. Whether it's 15 people, 30 people, 200 people, it's important to get names down on paper. So instead of saying to yourself, oh, well, yeah, I have so many people in mind, I've got a few people I could reach out to, I encourage you to actually write them down. And that goes for me too. Even 3 years in, I'm meeting new people all the time. I have people that I can still reach out to or reach out to again. And it's important to always have that working list going. So I encourage you to actually take a piece of paper and write those names down. And if you've got a husband or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a spouse of any kind, then use their list too. Those are people that you are connected to through them. So there's a memory jogger, and we do have a fairly simple one, but most importantly in the royal family is this beautiful little link down here called networkmarketingpro.com/unlimited/memory jogger PDF. And this is really what I want to draw your attention to. So when I go to this PDF, it gives me this from Eric Worre, the ultimate memory jogger. Now, I really loved this because when you're actually talking to people, it gives you a script. So here, this the ultimate memory jogger is actually 72 pages long, but I'm going to jump to page 54. And this is where it really starts to coach you in what kind of verbiage you can use when talking to a prospect. So this is straight out of the GoPro book, but I think it's really important to draw our attention to this. So this is how, like, I'll just show you the pages beforehand are actually just like where you would write their name down and what kind of exposure they are. So to me, this is where the meat and potatoes really begins. So step one is being in a hurry. When you're reaching out to somebody by phone, you want to be a little bit in a hurry. I don't have a lot of time, but it's really important I reach you. I have a million things going on, but I'm glad I caught you. I'm running out the door, but I needed to talk to you really quick. This is for warm market, so people you know. For cold market prospects, now isn't the time to get into it, but I have to run, however, and starting that conversation. It's a really nice barrier breaker when they know you're in a bit of a hurry. They know that you're not going to keep them on the phone for the next half hour when they really don't want to be bothered, or they don't want to be boxed into a corner and they don't really know where you're coming from. Step two is to compliment the prospect. You've been wildly successful. You've always been so supportive of me, and I appreciate that so much. You're somebody I really trust. I really trust your instincts. Giving them some sort of a compliment is also going to really help you in your prospecting ability. After you've completed your memory jogger, you say, okay, how am I going to reach out to these people? What am I going to say? It is right here. It's right here in the Royal Family Manual, in Network Marketing Pro, Ultimate Memory Jogger. It's all here for you. So we've got those. It continues to give you script. In step three, make the invitation. You can say, I think I've found something. I think I've found something of interest. I think I've found something that you would really like. I found something you really need to see. When you told me, were you serious? When you told me you hated your job, were you serious or just kidding around? When you told me you needed an extra income, were you serious or just kidding around? I think I found something that can solve this problem. I'm launching a new business. I've been doing this business, and now I think is a really great time for you to take a look at it. Are you still looking for a different way? If I told you there was a way to increase your pay, would you want to have a look at it? Would you be interested? So having these, I've printed these out. They're in my business binder, and I periodically go over them because we need to memorize this kind of script. When we get comfortable and familiar with this kind of script, it becomes natural. So when I say like, hey, I've got something of interest, or when you were telling me the other day that you needed some extra money, were you serious? Was this something you'd take a look at? Because now might be the time, or I've got something of good interest. So he has got a ton of ways you can ask that person. So even before you pick up the phone, you can have your top 2 or 3 most natural verbiage pegged that would sound good, because if it comes out of Jeanette's mouth, it might not sound the same way coming out of Nicole or Rena or whoever. So you're going to want to pick, what's going to sound the best coming out of your mouth and tweak it. But this is a really great starting point. It gives you for warm market and for cold market. Do you keep your career options open? Do you plan on doing what you're doing for the rest of your career? I actually did use that on a waitress not that long ago. Do you plan on doing this for very much longer? Because I have something I think might be of interest to you. And indirect script. So really going through this and figuring out who is what. So when you write down your prospect list and you've got your 50 names, you're going to look and you're going to say, are they warm or are they cold? Is it like my chiropractor? I don't really know them on a personal level. It's just professional. Or is this my cousin's wife who I really want them to take a look at this seriously? So you can kind of tailor it to the person that you're looking at. There's super indirect scripts, and I use this one most often. The business I'm in clearly is not for you, but I wanted to ask, do you know somebody who could stand to earn extra income? Do you know somebody who this might be of any interest to? I just find that works best for me, but the super indirect script is also really nice because it totally takes it off of that person. Do you know anyone involved in a serious job search? Do you know anybody who could stand to earn some more money? So we've got that there. Step 4, if I would you, we've talked about this before in the green team in particular. If I gave you a DVD, would you watch it? If I gave you a CD, would you listen to it? Going into that. And do you see how it goes? Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. If you attended Super Saturday in Red Deer, I talked about the dating process. You want to date them. So it's not just about marrying them right away. Hey, do you want to get a premium starter kit? No, you want to date them. You want to talk to them. You want to find out about them. You want to take the actual system that builds that relationship, that gets them interested, and then you can offer the tool. If I gave you this, would you? And then it goes into also asking them, when could you have it read by? When could you have it watched by? And then get the time commitment. Can I call you on Tuesday? Would you have it done by then? When do you think you could read this magazine or watch this video or whatever? So really walking through it, confirm with them, so you'll be sure to have it done by then, right? Okay, great. So I will call you. Is this the best time and number to get you at? And then get off the phone. You said that you were in a hurry, so now you've got to run. I love this because it walks you through those 8 steps, what you're actually supposed to do, how to do it best. And you can have this in hard copy in front of you. I do right now. And you can also just have it saved on your computer, pull it up, look at it every once in a while. Eric Worre has actually got this script filled in. This person hates their job and they're using a direct approach. Hey, I don't have a lot of time to talk, but it's really important I reach you. You're one of the most financially intelligent people I know, and I've always respected that about you. It goes in through the actual script. So this is just an example. you could actually have this more or less filled in when you reach out to that person. This is to a good friend with an indirect approach. So it goes through, again, goes back into the 8 steps and plugs it into the actual script. Highly successful person using an indirect approach. To a cold market prospect who's done a fine job selling you some shoes. So it gives you a different scenario. So this is really great, and I'm going to give this to you to look at your leisure, but I highly encourage you to look at this because the verbiage is often what trips us up the most. It's, well, what do I say to them? Especially when we're getting started, but that's not to say that we haven't been in it for 3 or 4 years and still get tripped up on what to say. So I think it's important for us to continually revisit how we approach people, what kind of prospects we have, ensuring that we have a working prospect list of people that are serious or potential candidates, people who could be business builders, business partners, or people who we could just really serve and help change their life with the product that we have to offer. So having these scripts in your back pocket when you actually approach those prospects could really be huge for your success in it. So here's like the invitation worksheet. So insert your in a hurry, your compliment. It's just ready to go. So I really wanted to make this aware to you that this was available and it's here. I mean, I think the bottom line is that we're not doing anything new. The profession of network marketing has been around for decades upon decades. So there are amazing resources out there that we can use and utilize, and here is another one. So like I said before, this is in the Royal Family Manual, the PDF version. You'll see it on the bottom here. Right into getting started, I think. Yep, getting started. Here's the memory jogger. And then, of course, after we have this and we're looking at all the people that we have to approach and that we can really talk to about our product or our business opportunity, and we have the appropriate verbiage, we've got the script in front of us, we know what we need to say, we can refer back to it, we can practice it with our spouse, we can rehearse it to our cat, we have it ready to go. And then the next thing we're going to look at, of course, is the get set model. So this is really our goal and what we're looking for. Just to touch on it briefly is the get set. Here we've got awesome you. And essentially what you're looking to do is to help 3 people know and love our product, understand the benefits of essential rewards, and help them get on essential rewards. And after that is complete, then we move down to the next line. And we want to help our people who know and love the product and possibly know and love the business opportunity, help them find 3 people who will know and love the product and continue sharing, because of course duplication is the name of the game. But getting set, signing up with a wholesale membership with a premium starter kit, getting on essential rewards, and helping 3 people find 3 people can really be that simple. So as we go forward, whether you're new or you're old, doesn't really matter. The same thing applies to everybody. That I'm really inspired to actually get back to my prospect list, go back through my contacts on my phone, go back through the people that I've friended on Facebook, and really comb through and reach out. And I'm empowered because I actually have this script I can use with them, and I can plan it out as best as possible to make it as effective as possible. So that is my tidbit of information for tonight. That is also 15 minutes. Thank you very much for joining. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording, and feel free to stay on and ask any questions if you have them.